They're currently unregistered and untraceable. Brooklyn Park Police are concerned about a rise in the use of so-called ghost guns. Reporter Sonia Goins shows us why police say these types of weapons are creating problems when it comes to solving crimes.
It's actually a simple concept, and it's a homemade gun in theory.
A ghost gun is a privately manufactured firearm. Some people use 3D printers to make them, or you can purchase kits. The kits are called Polymer 80 because it comes with a gun that is 80% complete.
You can buy those, and they're not considered guns. All they are is a piece of plastic, a piece of polymer. That's the material that they're made out of.
The owner of the kit would then finish making the other 20% of the weapon.
You would finish the milling process, which, believe it or not, is very easy to do. And once you have completed the milling process, you have a homemade gun.
There's no background checks, and under federal law, the guns currently don't need a serial number.
Because by law, if you make a gun yourself and it's for you and it's your homemade gun, you don't have to serialize it.
So far this year, 12 ghost guns have been recovered in Brooklyn Park. The latest incident happened on Tuesday. Police say 2 young people were caught shoplifting at Walmart, and both had ghost guns. Brooklyn Park Police say trying to find out where they got the weapons will be challenging.
There is no purchase history because it was never purchased. It was created, and it's out there as a gun that's fully operational.
Ghost guns are technically illegal in Minnesota because you need a serial number, and under federal law you don't, allowing anyone to purchase these gun kits. Because these weapons are hard to track, criminals are using them, creating significant problems for local police departments as they try to solve gun crimes.
With these guns, there is no tracing of it. There's no way for law enforcement to go back and work through the lineage of who had the gun at what time and how it changed hands.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The Biden administration issued a new rule last spring for ghost guns that is set to take effect in 2 weeks. It would require serial numbers and background checks for ghost gun purchases, the same rule as for commercially made firearms. Tenants at a New Hope apartment building are raising concerns, saying work orders are not being met and staff is mistreating them. CCX News reporter Sarah Tamer takes us to Kings Manor for that story.
47-year-old Tyrone Murphy has lived at Kings Manor in New Hope for about 11 years. But that changed recently after he received an eviction letter. The letter, dated June 16th, states Murphy is being evicted due to conduct staff finds threatening and frightening.
I've never had any kind of violations, any types of write-ups, never had any meetings.
Another eviction letter dated August 2nd states Murphy's unit is unfit to live in due to damage caused by a fire that started on his neighbor's balcony. Prior to the eviction letters, Murphy had started a petition for other tenants to sign in hopes of raising awareness on issues they were experiencing, saying maintenance crews show up unannounced without uniforms and work orders not being completed.
I called down there 20 times one day. They didn't answer the phone.
Kings Manor and its management company, Stephen Scott, recently went paperless. But Murphy and other tenants say they don't have access to email and always relied on paper letters.
There's a few other neighbors, of all ages that just don't have email. Some of them don't even have Wi-Fi or modern day up-to-date cell phones.
Murphy describes a recent incident with maintenance.
They were standing there, and at my door, one of the maintenance guys dressed in normal clothes, no name tag, no indication that they work for Stephen Scott Management, and he was just leaning on my door.
Murphy's eviction letter does state he was screaming at staff and calling them derogatory names, but he argues that isn't true, saying lack of respect, privacy, and neglect of work orders are just some of the things that pushed him to start a petition calling for change.
We heard from some tenants' rights organizations that there might be issues out here, so we're here to learn what they might be.
Aon owns the property. Representatives from both Aon and Stephen Scott organized a meeting Wednesday to hear from frustrated tenants.
I'm not going to pay them a penny when I know I didn't owe them any. But I've also heard that other people have received threatening notes like this.
I'm one.
Okay.
I'm one too. Just like when I paid my rent and they said I didn't pay it, I got a letter saying I have 6 days to take care of this or I will receive eviction notice.
You just heard just a few of our neighbors say that they're the ones that's frightening and threatening.
I asked Stephen Scott Management what Murphy said or did that staff found threatening, but they never responded to those questions. Instead, they sent a statement stating in part, quote, Last night, we participated in a community meeting to hear the concerns of the residents. We strive to balance the livability and community expectations of all our residents. In another statement, Aon's Chief Transformation Officer Virginia Brown stated, quote, "My team and I are looking into the issues raised. We made a commitment to follow up with the residents in a few weeks."
We just want a decent place to live. We want to be respected.
In New Hope, Sarah Tamer, CCX News.
Brooklyn Park is collecting feedback on a proposed change to its garbage can storage ordinance. The city is considering allowing garbage cans to be stored along the side of a home. Under the city's current ordinance, that's not allowed. Garbage cans must be stored inside a garage or in the backyard. They also cannot be put out on the curb until 3 p.m. the day before collection day. The City Council is expected to hold a public hearing on the issue at its August 22nd meeting. This weekend in Brooklyn Park, a celebration of the Northwest Suburbs' diverse African culture.
So it's an atmosphere where you need to come with your family, just relax and have fun all day.
This weekend, North Hennepin Community College will play host to IgboFest, a cultural showcase of African dance performances, authentic African food, and art. Igbo is the third most populous ethnicity in Nigeria, with a large population here in the Twin Cities. The festival has been taking place here for nearly 30 years, and organizers encourage everyone to come check out the free event.
We have a very great and rich culture. And what we did last year is not absolutely what we're doing this year. We're changing things up. So if you've been to this IgboFest before, come again, you'll see some certain things you haven't seen before. It will be unique.
Saturday's IgboFest kicks off at 11 a.m. and it goes until 7 p.m. The event will feature performances from 40 different dance groups.